It's Wednesday morning. You know what time it is? We're going to start your day the Whitesville way with a meeting with Murphy. Are y'all ready? All right, Whitesville. Woo, man, are you guys excited for this meeting? I know those girls were sure excited. We've got lots of things that we're going to discuss this morning, but we're going to start off with a little exercise. A little thinking exercise, that is. I want to know, where is your brain this morning as we kick off the morning? You might be thinking about right here. You're right. But I want to know, where really is your brain? How many people have already thought about your mood? It's kind of where your brain is, kind of how you're feeling today. I do want to know that, but I actually want to know, where is your brain? So we're going to hold on to that idea because we're coming back to it a little bit later. But before we talk about where your brain is, I first want to touch on our word of the month. The word is connection. So I want you to think a little bit about that word and what the meaning of that word is. But I want you to listen as I read you the definition of the word connection. So connection is a relationship in which a person, a thing, or an idea is linked to something else. So think about that definition. I'm going to read it one more time. It's a relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked to something else. And I think in the definition of connection, there's a real key word that helps me understand the meaning. What do you think the key word is in that definition? It's kind of like a context clue to explain the meaning of the word connection. What do you think? If you said linked, you're exactly right, because the word linked means when two things are kind of connected together. So I want you to think about some objects, okay? I want you to think about these. Do you know what these are? I bet you all know what they are. You've all played with them at some point here at school or at home. But these are Legos. And how do Legos link together? How do they connect? You've got little grooves here, and look right here. See how those two things connect? And when we push them together, they stick. So they're all linked as one, right? So I've got several different pieces that link and connect together. Okay, I've got something else. What do you think about this? It's a chain. And there's something in this chain. See these little links? All of these things link or hook together to create one piece of chain, right? Okay, so those are two objects that are connected, Legos and a chain. But I want you to think about something a little more abstract. I got a gift that I'm so excited to show you guys for Christmas. And some really special people gave it to me, but it's this gift right here. I want you to take a minute to look at that. So what is this gift that was given to Dr. Murphy? Yes, it is our school. If you said that, you're exactly right. And I want to talk about how you and how your friends and how your teachers are connected to this place right here. And that's really what we're going to focus on with the word connection over the next month. Because outside of this school building, can you stay connected even when we're not in school? Sure, how do you do that? If you said this thing, you're exactly right. Because a computer helps you stay connected to the people of our school, the ideas of our school, and the learning in our school, even when you're not here. So on your hybrid days or on your virtual days, you stay connected. Okay, but I want to know how connections can really take place inside of here. So how can we create good connections? Remember, how can we create good links between things inside of this building? So between the people of this building, whether it be a student linked to a student, or a teacher linked to a student, or even your family as a whole linked to this building. So we're going to talk about that all through the rest of this month, but I'm going to give you just a minute to get a few materials, because for the next activity that we're going to do, you're going to need some paper to write with, and you're going to need some kind of writing utensil. Okay, so go and find really quickly, grab a piece of paper and a writing utensil. I'm going to give you a quick countdown from 10. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, and before we actually begin our activity today, I want to go back to a question that we started with. Do you remember that question? So where is your brain? Because this is a lot of thinking. This is a lot of brain work. You're going to need to make lots of connections and think really deeply about something. I want to go back to that question, and I want you to think about it. Yes, your brain is up here, but I want to tell you where my brain is this morning. Today, my brain is in this mode this morning. So I want you to check out my model really quickly. Okay, but for this brain, do you guys remember ever seeing this? So some of you, this might be brand new, but Miss Clark is going to talk a lot about it this month. But this right here, and where my brain is this morning, is the leader brain. And I'm ready to talk about connections. I'm ready to make connections, and I'm ready to really think deeply, because if I'm in the leader brain, it means that I can think really clearly. I can solve problems. I can make lots of good choices. And I'm really ready to work. And there's a key to the leader brain. Miss Clark will tell you later, but look really close where my thumb is. Okay, are you seeing that really close? Because if I'm in the leader brain, my thumb is tucked under and my brain's ready to work. So I'm ready to work. Are you? Here we go. Leader brain's ready. I can think really clearly, and I want to talk about your mission. Okay, so I want you to pause and process. We started the year off with a clear mission statement. You spent time writing your mission. Your mission is really all about what you want to do and what you want to be. So I want to pause and process. You can think about it. Your teacher might talk to you about it. You can drop it in the chat, but what is your life's mission? All right, I'm going to tell you something that makes me really happy. When leaders talk about their mission at such a young age, just like you, whether it be kindergarten or 5th grade, I love to hear that you know your mission and you're on a path to follow your mission. I'm going to share mine, because even as adults, we have a mission. My mission is all about this thing right here inside of me. And my mission is to serve all of you every single day with a servant's heart. That means that I will do anything it takes to help you be better people and to help you do better at school and do better at your jobs every single day. Another part of my mission is that I use my heart and I use all the talents that I'm given to serve you, but also not to ever let you down. And my goal and my mission is not to ever let students down. I want to do everything that I can to help you every day and to serve you. So I'm going to think about that mission this morning. I want you to think about your missions. And the very first thing in the middle of your blank piece of paper that I want you to do is to draw a picture of yourself. It can be just your face, or it can be your whole body, but I want it to be small in the middle of your page, maybe about this big, okay? Can you do that for me? Here we go. I'll draw mine first. All right, here we go. So There's Dr. Murphy right there in the middle of my page. Notice that I kept it kind of small. I just drew my face instead of my whole body. No rules here for that part, but check out that hair. There's Dr. Murphy's big hair. It looks just like me, doesn't it? And I have a big old smile today because I'm ready to work and I'm in my leader brain. So I'm going to give you just a second to draw yourself in the middle of your page. All right, ready? Hit it. Okay, time is up. Here we go. Are you ready to work? So the very first thing I want you to do is tie back to your mission. And I want you to pick one word from your mission. And I want you to draw it in a speech bubble, kind of coming out of your mouth on your picture. So you're just going to, I always suggest that you write it first. So mine is, I'm going to choose heart. Okay, and I'm gonna draw that coming out of there. And you can write the word from your mission, whatever word that you choose, or you can draw a picture of the word. So either way, I think our 2nd through 5th grade students can probably write the words, and some of our kindergarten and 1st grade students, you might need to draw a picture, and that is totally okay. But it's gonna be almost like you're saying a word from your mission statement that means the most to you. So do that now, and if you finish, you can share that word in your chat, or you can hold it up when you are finished. All right, hold those words up and let me see those. Oh my goodness, these are great words from your mission. And I want you to hang on to this page because you're gonna need it. I'm getting ready to read a story to you. It's one of my favorite stories this year as I kick off 2021, but it's all about one word. And we're getting ready to make some connections to one another. We're getting ready to make some connections to our 2021 goals and our mission. So stay tuned as we read this book aloud, and I want you, as we are reading, to keep your paper handy and jot down any words around your picture that means something to you. So listen up to my story. One Word for Kids. This is a great way to have your best year ever by John Gordon and some friends. It was the first day of school. Stevie was falling asleep. He was tired, grumpy, and sad that summer was over. But his ears perked up when his teacher, Mrs. B, said, "I believe there is one word that will help you have your best year ever. It will be so great you'll enjoy it even more than summer vacation." Stevie's friend Eli raised his hand and asked, "What word is that?" "The word will likely be different for everyone," Mrs. B said, "and I have a special assignment for each of you. It's to find your own one word this year." "So, how do we find it?" Stevie's classmate Jimmy asked. "I will help you, but I want you to try to discover it on your own first," Mrs. B answered. That night, while having dinner with his family, Stevie wouldn't talk or eat. When his mom asked what was wrong, he told her about the one-word assignment. He was sad because he had no idea how to find his one word. "Maybe your one word is annoying," his sister Callie shouted. "I think it should be negative," his sister Jade yelled. "Come on, girls," Stevie's dad quickly responded. "Stevie, maybe you should think about some of the things you love to do or your favorite places to go. Maybe you'll find your one word there." That night, Stevie went to bed and thought about all his favorite places and things he loves to do, hoping he'd find his one word. Maybe my one word is fun. Maybe my one word is love. Maybe my one word is kind. Maybe my one word is smile. Maybe my one word is strong. Or maybe my one word is brave. Maybe my one word is fast. The next morning, Stevie woke up excited. He was still thinking about all the words he could choose. Okay, friends, so I want you to pause for just a minute, and I want you to think, do you like any of Stevie's words? Do any of those words connect to your mission and connect to what you really want your goal and your mission, your one word to be this year? I'm going to give you just a second to jot down back around your portrait, what are some words that you liked that Stevie had, or what are some words that have already come to your mind? So just take a minute and jot them down. I loved some of these. I loved the word brave. Oh, that was a really good one. I loved it. I also thought of another one whenever he was talking about being brave, being kind, those types of things. I'm going to add kind too because I thought it was a really, really good one. And I love it. So I'm just going to put a bubble around that one. But it made me think of the word hope. So I'm going to write hope. And I'm going to add a little doodling or sketch around it. But I want you to add your words all around there just like me. And if you can't write the word, you can draw pictures of words that make you think of what you want for this one year. Okay, so there's going to be lots of time to share your words, but let's get back to our story and see, what did Stevie choose? What do you think? When school started, Mrs. B said, "I have great news for all of you. Today, I'm going to give you the secret to finding your one word. You don't find it, it finds you. And I'm going to give you 3 easy steps to discover it." "What's the first step?" Abby yelled. "The first step is to look into your heart," Mrs. B said. "Ask yourself, what one word will help me be my best?" "The second step is to look up," Mrs. B said. "Look up and around and believe that there is one word meant for you. If you're open to it, it will come to you." "What's the third step?" Cole asked. "That comes after you know your one word," Mrs. B answered. "I'll tell you that step soon. But first, who's ready to discover their one word?" All the students cheered. On the bus ride home, Stevie thought about the first step. He thought about words that would help him be his best. Okay, boys and girls, I want to pause for just a second to look at some of these words. There may be some that you want to add, and your teacher may want to pause and talk about some of these. But look at courage, friend. I love the word happy on there. And let's see what else. As Stevie walked off the bus, he waved to his friend George and said, "Goodbye to Miss Joy, the bus driver." "Thank you, sugar. I love how positive you are today," Miss Joy said. That night, as Stevie walked his dog Huxley, he thought about all the possible words. He looked up and remembered what Miss Joy said to him as he got off the bus. In that moment, his one word came to him: positive. He remembered how grumpy he had been when summer was over. Mrs. B said his one word would help him have the best year ever. He now knew his one word was positive, and he couldn't wait to tell everyone. Stevie ran home and told his family, "Positive." The next day, Stevie walked into school feeling good that he had discovered his one word. "All right, class, today is the day. Tell me your words," Mrs. B said. Grace shouted out, My one word is strong. John said. Mine is grow. Mine is joy, Deja said. My one word is win, Jake said. Mine is care, Dawn said. Courage, Xavier said. Ivlesie said, my one word is believe. Mine is faith, Catherine said. Class, I'm so proud of each and every one of you, Mrs. B said. Here's the best part. The third and the last step is to look out and live your one word. On the bus ride home, Stevie was extra positive with Miss Joy. At soccer practice, Stevie encouraged his teammates and even shared the one-word idea with his coach. His coach loved the idea and shared it with his team. At home, he was even positive with his sisters. Stevie lived his one word for the entire school year, and on the last day of school, he realized that Mrs. B was right. He had his best year ever, and it was even better than summer vacation. If one word can help Stevie, think about what one word can do for you. Okay, guys, look at all these blank speech bubbles you have to fill. So, what's your one word? Look out, look in, look up. All right, boys and girls, so that's the challenge that I'm going to leave all of you with today for 2021. I want you to think about your one word. It's going to take some time to gather lots of ideas, but I want you to think of the one word that will help you most to connect inside of this place that we all love and to also make connections outside of this place that we all love so much. So, challenge for you, start thinking what one word is going to help you make the biggest difference in 2021. I'm ready to share my word with all of you, and I know your teachers are going to share their words with all of you as well. So I can't wait to start hearing what words you decide. Everybody have a great Wednesday. Have a wonderful week. I love seeing so many of you back in the building, and I can't wait to see some of you tomorrow. Have a great day.